right, take a look at the following problem. Here we want to calculate the area of the shaded region. This right here, well, notice here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have an 8-sided shape here. So we have ourselves an 8-sided regular polygon. Regular means that the length of all the sides of this polygon are the same. So in this situation here, we know that for an 8-sided shape, the sum of the interior angles must add up to be 180 times 8 minus 2. That's our formula. That's 180 times 6. So we end up getting here, the sum of all the angles of this regular 8-sided polygon ends up being 1,080. If I go ahead and divide that by 8, I get every single one of these angles here is going to be 135 degrees. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and let's create ourselves a rectangle here. Try to get some right angle triangles going here. Create myself a rectangle. Since this is a rectangle, I now know that this angle, which we know was 135, the whole thing, I can now change that to be 90 here, and this will have to be a 45-degree cut on this side, and likewise for the other side. Now again, the idea of this is I'm looking to solve for the area of the shaded region, so I just need to find the length of this side here. This is going to act as my base, and this is going to act as my height here. So again, we're going to try to use this as my height, and this is my base. So I know that they gave me in the question that this is 4. Therefore, this is 4 centimeters, and likewise, this is also 4 centimeters. So we've got that. I just need to find the length of these sides here, and then eventually I got to use that to find the height. So I can calculate my area here. So you notice right away here, I have myself a triangle. I know that this is 90 degrees, this is 45, therefore this is also 45 degrees. So you'll notice here, if I want to solve for the length of this side here, I can use my right angle triangle properties here. Let's kind of redraw this triangle off to the side here. And essentially what I'm doing is my hypotenuse, which again, your hypotenuse is always across from a 90-degree angle. I know, given to me in the problem, this is 4. I know these are 45 apiece on these sides here. So I can go ahead and solve for one of these lengths here. Let's call this x. If I'm looking to solve for x here, I know the cos of 45 degrees is going to equal my adjacent over hypotenuse. So x is going to equal 4 cos 45, in which case I get x is equal to, this will be 4 times root 2 over 2, which is 2 root 2. So now you'll notice down here, I know that the length of this side of the triangle will be 2 root 2. Since this triangle over here is the exact same triangle, I now know that this is also 2 root 2. So now I know the length by adding these 3 lengths up. I now know the length of the base of my triangle. I need to go ahead and find the height of my triangle here. But again, if we examine this triangle in more detail, you'll notice that this triangle right here is the same as this triangle that we have right here. This is another 45-degree cut as well. So this middle angle here must also be 45 degrees to add up to that 135 that we had initially gotten right here. So this is going to be a 45-degree measure as well. So solving for this here, we can go ahead and use the tan. So I know the tan of 45 degrees is going to equal h over 2 root 2. Tan of 45 is just 1, so h is 2 root 2 here. So now you'll see here I've got the base of my triangle, which I can calculate, and I can multiply that by the height and divide by 2, and we'll get the area of our triangle, giving us the following. And you'll see here we're going to take base times height divided by 2. My base, as we know here, the base of the triangle would be 2 root 2 plus 2 root 2 plus 4. So I went ahead and added the two root 2's together to give me my 4 root 2 plus your value 4 here. That's what we have here. This is my base. I then went ahead and multiplied by the height, which we found to be 2 root 2. And divided that by 2. So just to save a little bit of room here, the 2's cancel. Distribute that, you get 4 root 2, and then root 2 times 4 root 2 becomes 4 times 2 gives you your 8. And the area of the shaded region here is 4 root 2 plus 8. Thank you.